is your great art.
Yeah.
As you said, you learnt mime in France, or were you just lying?
No, well, I studied there for a little bit.
Yes.
But my mime teacher is actually from Adelaide, Zora Shembarova, who studied in Paris. So that's sort of French, isn't it? By
Okay,
default.
fair enough. All right. I wanted to set you a mime challenge tonight. Out of that chair, Glen Nichols. Come here.
Oh, this is exciting, isn't it, boys and girls?
This is your performance space.
All right.
I'm going to create a story for you, and I want you to mime it for us.
Okay.
This man's pretty hot.
What now?
All right. Glen Nichols.
Yeah?
was a powerfully built young man with one horrendous body imperfection. An uncontrollable arm. Just an uncontrollable arm. Your leg's fine, yes. He was walking his dogs one day. Against the wind.
Against
the wind.
Do you have any idea how difficult it is to make wind?
I have some idea, Glenn, I really do. When he saw a beautiful, beautiful woman.
Who smelt delightful.
Yes,
I had a sudden impulse to give her flowers. Near stranger and all.
She ducked behind a door.
Hey! They like that.
They did. We'll keep that one in. Suddenly, Glenn found himself trapped behind a pane of glass.
A pain in the ass, you know.
Ooh.
Marcel Cliché dying.
He found the doorway. and burst in upon the woman's boudoir.
Burst.
Genius.
Absolutely genius.
So don't forget the arm imperfection.
Oh, yes, sorry.
Yes. He still had the dogs with him. What's that?
Little dogs. He didn't say what size. Look, there they are. Look at that. Look at that. Look.
Having put the dogs to one side, he made his move.
His move.
Yes, the woman.
There you go. You want to see the Australian welcome?
Yeah, all right, the Australian welcome.
See, a lot of the British people, I said that they've got a poll at the bum, so the British people, hello, game of tennis. No, you come over to Australia, and it says, hey, again, mate, welcome to Australia again. All right, yeah, look, no pole up my bum, look at that.
Glen
That's the
Nichols,
Australian welcome.
you're a class act. Very quickly, where's your show going to be? Crossing the line?
We go on sale for Sydney. We're in Sydney in January. We go on sale on the next week, but we open in Perth next week.
OK, will you please thank Glen Nichols.
For the next 4 months, you have a marvellous chance to relive part of Australia's history. The Great Australian Cattle Drive, from Longreach to the Great Southeast. An authentic outback adventure for as many days as you like. Moving with the mob, retracing the stock routes of last century. And then, when the sun goes down, the opportunity to enjoy bush tucker and a few yarns around the campfire.
Discover more of the Great Southeast in Thursday's Courier Mail and on Brisbane 4KQ. Proudly brought to you by 7 Nightly News.
On this island, beyond this jungle, lies a secret prison.
This place will now be your holding pen until your death.
Welcome to vacation paradise. I hope you take plastic.
From the producer of Aliens and The Terminator.
No! You want it? Come and get it!
Ray Liotta, Escape from Absalom.
Deep in unique ice chambers, a brew is super chilled. Chilled so low that ice forms. Ice, trapping harsh unwanted elements, creating a refreshing beer with a clarity of taste and a smoothness unsurpassed. Only one brewer in Australia has the secret of the ice chamber. That's why there is only one true ice beer.
Mobile Millions must end soon, but there are still Ford Falcon GLIs and free fuel to be won instantly. Right to the end, there's a winner about every 2 seconds. Hurry in to play Mobile Millions.
It's all about faith. Faith in an artist whose talents have stood the test of time. Joe Cocker and his new album, Have a Little Faith. A collection of 12 of the best songs Joe sung in years. Joe Cocker, Have a Little Faith. CD or cassette out now.
And so to our loser of the week. And tonight we honour full-time supermodel and part-time Mrs. Mick Jagger, Jerry Hall, who this week revealed her beauty secrets. Those being to cover your body in salad oil, wrap yourself in Glad Wrap, and you guessed it, stare at light bulbs. That's right, stare at light bulbs. So you see, to be a supermodel, you don't just need poise and beauty, you also need the mental capacity of a moth. You see, by staring at a light bulb, it gives you that serene supermodel look. Unless, of course, you stare at a fluorescent light, in which case you look like this. But what are the salad oil and the Glad Wrap? Is it some weird Mick and Jerry sex game? No, no, no. They use Thousand Island dressing for that. No, the Glad Wrap is to keep Jerry fresh and crispy, and the salad oil is to, well, to help with that all-over light bulb tan. But the reason Jerry is such a loser is that she doesn't realise the terrible, terrible danger she's in. Just picture it. Mick invites the Stones over and, high on drugs, they head to the fridge for munchies. However, inside the fridge is Jerry, oiled up, lying in a bed of lettuce, getting ready for the next day on the catwalk, as she does. The Stones open the door, the little light comes on, and Jerry's immobilised. Unable to protest as she is mistakenly devoured as last night's leftovers by a bunch of drug-crazed, munchie-eating Stones. Loser, 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 and so it is. Our loser of the week is Jerry Hall, for whom it can honestly be said, the lights are on, but nobody's home. Different person. Here is the late-breaking news. The Navy has announced the development of a new type of frigate called the RJL Hawk. It has just one tiny design flaw. The guns are on the inside. I can believe that. Retailing giant David Jones has declared its new store on the Gaza shopping strip a success. The company especially praised the commitment of the David Jones Employee of the Month, Akmir Abdullah El Hasid. In Canberra this week, the federal government launched its new cultural policy, Creative Nation. Our cameras were there and captured a typical artist wanker displaying what is probably the most important activity of the arts industry, sucking up to people for money. Mr. Keating, Andrew Denton, how are you? I'm very well, thank you.
I didn't have any money in there for you. Perhaps I should have.
Look, I have here a prospectus. I have a movie I think you're going to love. Now, it involves an ABBA soundtrack, Bill Hunter and Ruth Cratnell naked. Call me foolish, Mr. Keating, but I think this one's hot.
I wouldn't call you foolish.
That's very sporting of you, Mr. Keating. So, well, come on, look, I just asked a cool 10 million. 5 million? 2 million. Can we shake on 2? 2 million. Oh, we're so close, so close. $2 million. Have you got that one? I want that freeze frame. Disgraceful. It's just awful. So what the papers won't say tomorrow, the Herald Sun reports kiddie hero shock, Spider-Man caught in own fly. Work that out, if you will. The Age reports that the Victorian police explained their strip searches with the explanation they were wearing sharp clothes. And the Australian says that Madonna wants a baby but fears poking the infant's eye out when breastfeeding. How tragic. Very sad story. That's all we have time for tonight. We won't be live on Tuesday. We're going to bring you a compilation of some of our most joyous moments, including Tom Arnold, Alice Cooper, Wet, 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 and John Laws. But we will be back live next Thursday. Until then, good night. Remember, as we always say, society is to blame. To take us out tonight with the magnificent theme from Neighbours, the beautiful Desiree. Good night.
Everybody needs good neighbors.